What's going on, Flicks Talkers? Welcome back to another movie reaction. This time, my first time watching 1999's Sleepy Hollow. Now, I can't tell you why I haven't seen this movie. I just always had it on the bucket list. 1, I love Christina Ricci. 2, I love Johnny Depp. 3, I love me some Tim Burton. Beetlejuice, Edward Scissorhands. The first 2 Batmans are like my favorite, especially they have so much childhood nostalgia for myself. And who could forget The Pumpkin King? Yes, A Nightmare Before Christmas he was a part of. I believe he was a producer on that one. He didn't direct it. But either way, that's one of my favorites. I watch it a couple times a year. But this one and Sweeney Todd are ones that I have not caught that a lot of people tell me, yo, what are your thoughts on Sleepy Hollow? Haven't caught it, but today is the day, Flicks Talkers, and I'm so damn excited I can watch this in the month of October. And I will be completely honest, I don't know what this movie's even about. I don't remember watching a trailer whatsoever. Other than this being a period piece, I don't know what the plot's about. I don't know Christina Ricci and Johnny Depp's relationship. I don't even know if this is gonna be a scary movie. I mean, it is directed by Tim Burton, but who knows? It may be a little off the wall wacky, kind of like how Beetlejuice was, but I'm sure it's gonna be a little more subtle and dark and creative and inventive. So enough talking, let's get to watching because I wanna see this thing already. But before we do, if you guys wanna show love and support the content that I put out, make sure to hit that big thumbs up and consider subscribing today for more. I also do go live 3 times a week on Rumble, so I'll put all those links down in the description below. You guys can stop by, catch a live stream. And if you guys are watching this reaction on YouTube and want to watch the full uncensored cut, make sure to click on my Patreon link down in the description below. All right, Flicks Talkers, so without further ado, once again, my first time watching 1999's Sleepy Hollow. By the way, you guys let me know in the comments what's your favorite Tim Burton film. Ben Garrett. The Pumpkin King. Oh! Ooh, in the cornfield, I'd be terrified. Another one? Oh, Tim Burton showing decapitations now, huh? Me like. New York City, 1799. I'm dyslexic, sorry. That decapitation kind of threw me for a loop.
Burn it.
Yes, sir.
We will be living in the 19th century, yet our courts continue to rely on medieval devices of torture. Our jails overflow with men and women convicted on confessions worth no more than this one.
Constable Crane.
Oh, that's the actor, I think Christopher Lee, that played Dracula a bunch of times. Never saw any of them, but I just know of his face.
But why am I the only one who sees that to solve crimes, to detect the guilty, we must use our brains to recognize vital clues, using up-to-date scientific techniques?
There is a town upstate. It is a place called Sleepy Hollow. 3 persons have been murdered there, all within a fortnight. Each one found with the head lopped off. You will take these experimentations of yours to Sleepy Hollow, and there you will detect the murderer. Will you do this?
I shall.
It is you, Ichabod Crane, who is now put to the test.
Ichabod Crane. I know that name. Is it? I don't want to be wrong when I say something, so I know I've heard it. That's pretty cool. The name of the town is Sleepy Hollow? I didn't know that. So he's seeking out detective work, like real proper detective work, you know, not just open and shut, they drowned. I believe there's something that can come of this investigation, you know? Oh, those are weird markings. Music by Danny Elfman. Oh, I was wondering because they're always teaming up. We're in for a wild, spooky ride. Hey, man, you wanted to be in this life, bro. You can't be getting spooked now. Oh, Francis Ford Coppola? Whoa. But I was just going to remark on the amazing set design of this town. What's happening on that porch? Oh, they're having a party.
Who's got a kiss for the Pickety Witch?
No, pardon, miss, I'm only a stranger.
Then have a kiss on account.
There you go. Oh, I've seen this guy.
Looking for Baltus Fantastic.
I'm his daughter.
And who are you, friend? We have not heard your name yet.
I have not said it.
You need some manners.
Brom.
Come, come, we'll have no raised voices. It is only to raise spirits during this dark time. Young sir, you are most welcome.
I am Constable Ichabod Crane, sent to you from New York to investigate murder in Sleepy Hollow.
Cleon!
I love the way they talk, just so prim and proper. There'll be no raised voices in here, just raised spirits.
Thank God you're here.
Ooh. She wants the murders to stop.
3 persons murdered. First, Peter Van Garrett and his son, Dirk Van Garrett. Both of them found together, decapitated.
Is this the guy from Ferris Bueller's Day Off? The principal or the...
Their heads were not found severed. Their heads were not found at all.
Taken by the Headless Horseman, taken back to hell.
Oh, the Headless Horseman. I've heard of him.
The horseman was a Hessian mercenary, sent to these shores by German princes to keep Americans under the yoke of England. The horseman came for love of carnage. When battle was joined, there you'd find him. He rode a giant black steed named Daredevil.
Oh my God, is that Christopher Walken? What?
He'd filed his teeth down to sharp points to add to the ferocity of his appearance. This butcher didn't finally reach his end until the winter of '79.
Oh, yo, oh my God. Yo! Lopping off heads left and right with one swoop. Oh, got him.
He chopped off his head with his own saw.
Yeah, wow.
For what was planted in the ground that day was a seed of evil.
Oh, the horse survived? What?
But now the Hessian wakes.
I love this Johnny Depp character already.
They tell me that you brought books and trappings of scientific investigation. This, the only book I recommend you read.
I see. Murder needs no ghost to come from the grave. The assassin is a man of flesh and blood, and I will discover him.
Always love these movies about duality as far as supernatural and someone that comes from, you know, a man of logic and science, you know, and he's an investigator, but he also is spooked of everything, it seems like. Just even stories. Yeah, Johnny Depp is so good, man. Whoa. Whoa, these practical effects are pretty good.
In headless corpse cases of this sort, the head is removed to prevent identification of the body. You have moved the body?
I did.
You must never move the body.
Why not?
Because
Just because. I always heard that, but you know, it's kind of like you already know not to mess with the crime scene, but back then it was just because.
The stride is gigantic. The attacker rode Masbeth down, turned his horse, came back to clean the head. It shows there was a powerful singular thrust to the neck.
Now this is some Tim Burton for sure. His little contraptions. Ooh.
Interesting. The wound was cauterized in the very instant.
Ah.
As though the blade itself were red hot.
Oh, wow.
The devil's fire.
Whoa. Cauterized immediately.
Mr. Constable, sir.
You're young Masbeth.
I was young Masbeth, but now the only one. Masbeth at your service, in honor bound to avenge my father.
Something you should know. Jonathan Masbeth was not the fourth victim, but the fifth.
The fifth?
5 victims in 4 graves.
Young Masbeth, find a place in the Van Tassel servants' quarters. Wake me before dawn.
Oh, was she pregnant?
What in the name of God have you done to her?
We are dealing with a madman. The widow Winship was with child.
That's pretty terrible, man. Like even now, but like back then, I'm sure it was like just so uncommon, unheard of. I mean, I should take that back. Through history, there have been maniacs and madmen, but in the context of like a small town story like this, you know, it's unheard of. It's blasphemy almost, you know, you don't do it.
Who's there?
Oh, God. Good aim. Was that just a warning? Why didn't he take his head? Or try to? Oh, it was a prank.
I used to play by this hearth as a child. It was my first drawing school. And my mother was my teacher. Oh, look. See?
Don't tell me they're brother and sister. If not that, then maybe their moms were witches. I don't know. Because they were drawing symbols in the dirt.
What are you running from, Magistrate Phillips?
Damn you, Crane.
How did you know the widow Winship was expecting a child?
She told me. Came to me for advice as town magistrate to protect the rights of her child.
You believe the father killed her?
The horseman killed her.
How often do I have to tell you there is no horseman? There never was a horseman. There never will be a horseman. What is that thing?
My talisman, it protects me from the horseman. Oh my God.
Whoa! That was... This is pretty, I mean, I wouldn't say gory, but pretty graphic for a Tim Burton film. I mean, I wasn't expecting to show that many clean kills, you know?
I saw him.
Iron Maiden.
I need able men to go with me into the western woods. I have faced my fears and come out determined to locate the horseman's grave, to pit myself against a murdering ghost. Who's with me?
Me?
I love how he's pushing the boy in front of him like a shield.
Do you know of the horseman, Mom?
I smell the blood on him.
Do you?
I can show you.
Oh, God.
When the other comes, I will hold him.
The other.
He comes now.
Madam, do you hear me?
You seek the warrior bathed in blood, the headless horseman. Follow the Indian trail to where the sun dies. Follow to the tree of the dead. Climb down to the horseman's resting place.
That was terrifying. He gets spooked of noises and he wasn't scared of that?
Katrina, I might have killed you. Why have you come?
Because no one else would go with you. Pardon my intrusion. I think you'd better come and look at this.
Oh.
This tree is a gateway. Gateway between two worlds.
Oh. His sword. Oh, he's on it. Oh, that's where Christopher Walken was buried, this headless horseman.
That is why the horseman returns from the grave. To take heads till his own is restored to him.
Wow. Why are they moving around?
Ichabod?
He's coming. For being so afraid of everything, he's quite brave in this moment.
Come on. Let's get ready for bed.
Yes.
I was going to ask, does he enter homes or just if he gets you in the woods? I guess not. Well. Damn. Damn. No mercy for you. No mercy for anyone. Oh no. Did he get the little kid's head? Whoa. Oh, that. Oh, no. Why isn't he taking this guy's head? This guy's fighting him full on.
We cannot win this.
Just like earlier. Oh. Ooh. Oh my. Oh, yeah. Whoa.
A wound like this should have killed him, but it needs no stitch, and there's hardly a loss of blood. Katrina.
Nostradamus, Mediums. No.
Okay, I think I know where this is going. So she's studying witchcraft or spells and whatnot, and I think so did his mom, Ichabod Crane. And she maybe put some kind of protection spell on him or something?
The horseman does not kill at random. His victims are chosen by someone who controls him. By that very person who took his skull. Someone who knew where to dig. Someone of flesh and blood.
Red door. Oh, God. That was horrifying. It's even more horrifying because these were actual torture devices that really were used on people. This ain't monsters that go bump in the night and ghoulies and goblins. This is real shit that happened. The medieval era.
My father. Murdered to save her soul.
Oh, that was his father that did it to his mom?
Will you take nothing from Sleepy Hollow that was worth the coming here?
No, not nothing. A kiss from a lovely young woman. Before she saw my face or knew my name. I speak of kisses, and you've lost your brave man, Brom.
I have shed my tears for Brom, and yet my heart is not broken.
Perhaps there's a bit of a witch in you, Katrina.
Why do you say that?
Because you've bewitched me.
Oh my God. That was kind of funny and corny.
To Notary Hardenbrooks.
Have you thought of something?
Yes.
My father's satchel.
Leave me alone.
Notary Hardenbrook.
Leave me alone.
Soon as you show me the last will and testament of old man Van Garrett.
Sir.
Van Garrett's seal. Broken. Seems Van Garrett made a new will just before he died. Naming Widow Winship?
A marriage certificate.
Oh.
Garrett secretly married the widow and left everything to her. Reverend Steenwick knew the secret because he performed the marriage. Dr. Lancaster attended the pregnant woman. Magistrate Phillips gave protection of the law, and Notary Hardenbrook concealed the document. The four conspirators drawn into the plot. The Van Garrett's father and son slain by a horseman raised from the grave to chop heads. Up pops a widow with a claim on the fortune. Off with her head. The night father and son quarreled over the new will. Jonathan Masbeth was summoned upstairs to bear witness. Here is his signature. I'm afraid it was his death warrant. The horseman came for him at the bidding of someone who had power over him. Someone who dug in the earth in the western woods and stole the skull. The missing head, which must be restored to the horseman before he will return to hell. Someone who stood to gain or lose a fortune. None other than Van Garrett's next of kin, Baltus Van Tassel.
Wow, he figured it all out. So return that head. I mean, skull.
It's just a spider. There's something under here.
What is it?
Help me move the bed.
No, I mustn't. You do it.
Oh, wow.
The evil eye. It is someone casting spells against you.
Interesting. I wonder if it's her. Christina Ricci's character. This environment is so creepy. Like, I can't even tell if it's night or not. I mean, this could be 3 in the afternoon. I can't tell because there's so much thick layer of fog, but there's a little glimmer of light. Oh my God. Who's that? Is that the stepmom? He's like, what did I stumble upon?
You took the evidence and burned it.
So that you would not have it to accuse my father.
But if there is guilt, I cannot alter it, no matter how much it grieves me. And no spells of yours can alter it either. Your father has the motive. It is he who stands to profit from these murders.
So find another chain of reasoning and let me be.
I cannot. I'm heartsick with it.
I think you have no heart, and I had a mind once to give you mine.
Oh, damn, you move quick.
Only that you will not come down.
That wasn't that woman in the woods? It looked like her.
You have not asked me how I have hurt my hand since yesterday.
Yes, I'm sorry.
I know you saw me.
I had no clue this was going to be a, you know, witchcraft as a subplot type of deal, you know?
Killed her! The horseman killed your stepmother!
But who's he coming for next? Her father?
You'll kill us all! You're the one the horseman wants!
Then it's past the day to handle me.
We're gonna put it!
It's time to confess our sins.
What is it that you know?
Your 4 friends played you false. We were devilishly possessed by one who...
Oh, knocked his wig off, literally.
There's a conspiracy here, and I will seek it out!
Damn. I thought he spared him, though. Wow. There's a lot going on. There's a lot. I'm really engaged in this, though. There's a lot going on.
Dear stepdaughter.
Whoa, okay.
Father saw the horseman kill you.
He saw the horseman come towards me with his sword unsheathed. But it is I who govern the horseman, my dear.
But there was a body.
The servant girl? Sarah. And I always thought she was useless. My family name was Archer. I lived with my father and mother and sister in a cottage not far from here. And the landlord evicted us. No one in this God-fearing town would take us in because my mother was suspected of witchcraft. But she schooled her daughters well while we lived as outcasts in the western woods.
Oh, that was them.
At that moment, I offered my soul to Satan if he would raise the Hessian from the grave to avenge me. Against Van Garrett, the landlord who showed us no mercy and left us to starve.
Thank God.
Oh, wow. This guy's a menace.
Still alive?
Run, Katrina.
Do run and jump and skip. No! There! Take her! She's yours!
You're not dead.
The spell. Show him that he has the skull. Show him that she has the skull. Oh, damn.
Horseman!
That Beetlejuice. Wow, the bullet. Oh, I was like, kept it close to his heart, like she said. I cannot believe Christopher Walken is the Headless Horseman. This is fucking amazing. I don't even think I saw his name in the credits in the beginning. We going to hell, baby. God. What a story. What a story. Oh. She going back to New York with them?
You'll soon get your bearings, young Masbeth. The Bronx is up, the battery's down, and home is this way.
Wow. Oh, man, I want to know more stories of Ichabod Crane, man. Like, this is just the tip. The tip of the spooky iceberg right here. Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. I enjoyed that. I had a really good time with that. All right, and that was 1999's Sleepy Hollow. All right, Flickstalkers, so wow, what an entertaining time. Man, I had a really good time with that, especially not knowing too much of what I was going to get myself into. I just automatically saw Tim Burton, Johnny Depp. I was not thinking to see a splatterfest of, you know, and this is the thing too. It's always going to be very subjective, people's gore threshold levels. I mean, obviously, there wasn't blood spewing from the body or the neck, but there was clean, lopped off heads. You saw the innards of everything. You saw things getting hacked, that blood was spurting out of it, even trees. I mean, there was a lot to be shown here for a Tim Burton movie once again, and that's fine for someone like me, but I can only imagine that watching this in 1999 when I was about 13 or 14 and probably losing my mind of how terrified I would have been. So I think if you were watching this in 1999 and you were a kid, you probably had a creepy, nightmarish experience. So even as an adult watching this, you know, damn near close to 40 years old, I was still pretty shocked and terrified. And like I said, thoroughly entertained with the subject material, which leads to a huge like is the plot. This story is fantastic, and it's built off of a book, which I want to dive deeper into, you know, maybe just, you know, studying a little bit more videos or something like that, because I can't do books. I mentally cannot do books. So maybe like an audiobook or some kind of documentary or something about the subject nature, I think I would really be interested in. Now, the casting, fantastic from everybody from our A-listers to the people playing in the background that I had no clue about. They were fantastic. I had no gripes with anybody. The setting, the atmosphere was fantastic. Once again, everything was hitting on all cylinders. I'm sure even the set design or wherever this was located in, the things that they had to build, it just felt like it melted into the landscape that was around it. It felt like I was just in 1799, the turn of the 19th century. And like I mentioned at the top of the review, guys, the gore. The man, I'm a gore hound, you know what I mean? So this really did fulfill and satisfy all of my needs in that department. I really had a good time once again with what I saw. I thought it was pretty freaky. Now, some of the CGI that they did add along the way, obviously, you know, at the end there, you get the transformation from Christopher Walken, which was an amazing cameo. I'm so glad I didn't know that he was in this movie. When he's over there transforming just kind of, you know, back to himself from a skeleton, I thought that, you know, that was almost like like Jim Carrey's The Mask, as well as that jump scare that we got from one of the sisters where she kind of popped out and these snakes kind of flew out of her head and eyeballs and whatnot. It looked a little goofy, even though it scared the shit out of me. And I have to mention, there was a couple of low points in this movie. Now, I may be nitpicky, but it kind of slowed down. It really started off, I want to say like the first half of this movie really started off strong, just with the energy, just going and going and going. Even the slow parts of them just kind of unraveling what is happening, who's getting chosen, why are they getting chosen. Even that stuff is just very interesting. Then we hit a lot of action in the middle, and then we get some more low points. And then I think in that third act, it got me back on board. So that doesn't really sway me to not love this movie. I absolutely love this movie. I mean, my score is still very high, I think, in my eyes, and I want to go back and rewatch this. I want to show Laura this. She literally just told me she did see this when she was a kid, so I'm going to ask her thoughts and if she remembers watching this either in theaters or after the fact. But all in all, I had a very, very enjoyable time once again, especially for a movie I knew nothing about. So all that being said, I think I'm going to give 1999 Sleepy Hollow a solid, and I don't do points at all, so I'm going to have to give it a 4 out of 5, but if I could, I'd give it a 4.5 out of 5. So still way above average. All right, Flick Stalkers, what did you think of Sleepy Hollow? What do you rank it? Let me know down in the comments below all of your thoughts, all of your gory thoughts. And if you guys did appreciate my reaction and thoughts, let me know by hitting that big thumbs up to support the channel, and consider subscribing today, where I do more reactions like this and live stream 3 times a week on Rumble. Make sure to click on all the links down in the description below, especially if you guys are watching this on YouTube and want to watch the full uncensored and gory reaction to this. My Patreon is down in the description below. All right, Flick Stalkers, till next one, you guys have a spooky October. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.